Hello students, welcome to our second session of operating system. Now we shall deal with types of operating system. The various types of operating system are batch processing operating systems, multi-programming operating system, time-sharing operating system, parallel systems, distributed systems and real-time systems. But in your syllabus, you have to cover only 5 categories of operating systems. They are batch processing system, programmed operating system, time sharing system, distributed system and real-time system. In this video lecture, we will cover first two categories, batch processing system and multi-programmed operating system. First, let us see batch processing system. Batches are nothing but sequence of user jobs. Batch processing system is one of the early operating system. Here the users of batch processing system do not interact directly with the computer. Each user prepares job on an offline device like punch cards. And this prepared job may contain program, data or other control information. Once the users prepare their job, they submit the job to an operator. The programmers leave their programs with the operator, and it is then the operator who sorts the program with similar requirements into batches. For example, here user 1 prepare his job 1. User 2 prepare his job 2. Similarly, user n prepare his job n. Once the jobs are prepared, the jobs are submitted to the operator and the operator sorts the job into different batches based on some similarity in the jobs. Once the batches are prepared, each batch is given to the CPU or operating system for execution. And once the execution starts, the operating system transfer control automatically from one job to next. If the job 1 execution is completed, operating system transfer control to job 2, then to job 3. To speed up the processing, jobs with similar needs are batched together and run as a group. So programmer just prepares program and job and submit to the operator. Operator sort the program and prepare batches, and batches are given to the computer for execution. And the scheduling policy used here is first come first served or FCFS. That is, first job is executed first and the second job in the batch is executed second, and so on. To monitor the execution or performance of this operating system, there is a batch monitor who accepts command and set up processing for the operating system. Advantages of batch processing operating system are: it is difficult for a person to guess or know the time required by any job to complete, but processors of batch system know how long the job would be when it is in the queue. Multiple users can share batch systems. The idle time for batch system is very less. It is easy to manage large work repeatedly in batch system. Increased performance as new job gets started as soon as the previous job is finished without any manual intervention is also an advantage of batch processing system. It still has some disadvantages. The lack of interaction between user and job is a disadvantage. Once user prepare job and submit it to user, then he or she has no control over the job or no interaction with the job. CPU is often idle because the speed of CPU is very high compared to the speed of input device or output device. It is difficult to provide some priority mechanism in batch processing operating system. It follows first come first serve policy. So only after the execution of first job, the second job gets a chance to execute. The computer operators should be well known with the batch system, and the batch systems are hard to debug. It is sometimes costly. The other jobs will have to wait for unknown time if any job fails or if a job is too lengthy to be executed. That is batch processing operating system, its advantage and disadvantage. The next is multi-program system. A single user cannot keep CPU or IO device busy always. This principle is used by multi-program system to improve CPU utilization. A multi-programming, a principle of multi-programming is to improve CPU utilization by organizing jobs so that CPU always execute one job at a time. Operating system keeps several jobs in memory simultaneously. These set of jobs are kept in a job pool. An operating system picks one of such job to execute. If one job is waiting for an input operation or output operation, what does operating system do? It automatically switches to some other job who really needs CPU at that time or who is waiting for CPU. As long as there is one job to execute, CPU will not be idle in the case of multi-programming or multi-programmed operating system. The activities of multi-programmed operating system is as given. The operating system keeps several jobs in memory at a time. So here, operating system has kept 3 jobs in memory, job A, job B and job Z in memory at a time. The set of jobs is a subset of jobs kept in the job pool. The operating system picks and begins to execute one of the job in the memory. Here the operating system picked job C and started executing. Whereas job A in the pool is doing some IO operation. So multi-programmed operating system monitor the state of all active programs and system resources using some memory management techniques to ensure that CPU is never idle unless there are no jobs to process. If there is no jobs in the job pool, CPU may be idle, but in all other situation, one of the job will be utilizing CPU and some other jobs will be utilizing input-output devices. And each process on the multi-programmed operating system or multi-process operating system will be in one of the states. Either it will be in a ready state or running state or blocked state or terminated state. When a process or job is ready to execute and waiting for CPU, we can say it is in ready state. Once it is given CPU or CPU is scheduled for a job, we can say that particular job is in running state. Once the process or job's execution is over, it is in a terminated state. Once a process who's running needs or waiting for IO operation, it will be put to a blocked state from running state. After completion of IO operation, the process will be put back to ready state, and from the ready state only it can go to running state. So start is the initial state when a process is first started or created. The ready state, the process is waiting to be assigned to the processor. All the ready process will be in a queue waiting for CPU. And one of the process in the queue will be allocated to CPU. Once it is allocated by the processor, the process is said to be in a running state. So in this state, the operating system scheduler has chosen that process and assigned it to a processor. Waiting process moves into waiting state if it needs to wait for a resource such as waiting for a user input or waiting for a file to become available. This can be said as even a block state. Once a process finishes its execution or is terminated by the operating system, it is moved to the terminated state. The advantages of batch processing operating system are it's highly efficient and CPU utilization is very high. User feels that many programs are allocated CPU almost simultaneously. We will be given a feeling that multiple tasks are done by CPU simultaneously. The disadvantages are here the CPU scheduling is required. For that, many algorithms or programs need to be properly executed. To accommodate many jobs in memory, many memory management schemes also need to be done by the operating system. So that's the end of two category of operating system, batch processing operating system and multi-programmed or multi-processor operating system. Thank you for now. Stay home, stay safe.